Storm Tracker 16 meteorologist Ally Gallo here with your top secret forecast, along with John Meyer.
We're looking at the sunset and sunrise
starting
times.
with that. There's kind of a lot to talk about. So it is going to be kind of a quiet next several days of weather, but we've got other things to talk about. So first we'll talk about sunrise and sunset. So very similar to what we had today. Tomorrow morning, that 6:25 sunrise and that 6:01 sunset, which even that has been really nice, that 6 o'clock sunset.
It has.
But Sunday, of course, we do turn the clocks forward 1 hour Saturday night into Sunday. So this is where we'll be for Sunday. So Sunday morning, 7:23. That's going to be a little bit difficult.
We talked about this morning because obviously we're on the morning show, and at 6:30 it's light. And on Monday morning, and for you Sunday morning, it will not be.
And that makes a really big difference the way our morning goes. I feel like how quickly the morning show goes. So to be in the dark the whole morning show.
And lots of people get up that early too. And it's back to darkness on Monday.
Yes.
But this is also, you gotta
I know. So we lose the hour of sleep, but we get that 7 o'clock sunset. And we'll start to get those earlier sunrises again. By mid to late April, we'll be back to that 6:30 sunrise. So again, sunrise and sunset times this weekend. Don't forget to turn your clocks forward 1 hour. Saturday night, 2 a.m. becomes 3 a.m. But this is what we're dealing with this morning. So we get a little bit of sunshine first thing this morning, but clouds have kind of filtered back in. We'll have a mix of sun and clouds throughout the day today. Maybe some flurries, some flakes, because really the big story for today is the wind. So temperatures are not all that bad this morning. They won't be all that bad this afternoon. Mid-40s is where we should be this time of year.
That's normal?
Yeah, 44 is normal, and that's our forecast high for today. So a seasonal day, but that wind will make it feel, I think, colder than that 44. Again, a mix of sun and clouds, maybe some flakes, maybe some sprinkles. It's a northwest wind that's going to usher in some of those flurries that we've seen already from time to time this morning, not amounting to anything, but some flakes flying. Not out of the question. Mainly this morning and early afternoon, I do think we see the winds diminishing later and also the chance for those flurries diminishing later too. But 15, 20, maybe even 25 miles an hour for sustained wind speeds through this afternoon. Eastern Pennsylvania, we'll see the worst of it. It's still going to be windy in central Pennsylvania, just not quite as bad. So Eastern Pennsylvania, Poconos, highest elevations. I mean, that's where it seems that we're seeing the most of the power outages.
Some power outages we had this morning.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
you're probably glad this top secret forecast is inside.
Yes.
Because Ally was really blowing around all morning.
And again, temperatures aren't all that bad. And for some reason, I was like refusing to bring a hat today. It's March.
You're done with that.
I'm looking at those 50s and 60s next week. I did not want to wear a hat. I don't even know that the hat would have done anything, honestly.
No, it was so windy.
We've seen already this morning, we've seen some peak wind gusts close to 50 miles an hour farther east. So more of that now these next few hours. Winds do start to diminish tonight after sunset. So calming overnight, but then picking back up again tomorrow afternoon. It won't be quite as bad this weekend, but still a bit breezy both days this weekend. It's still a northwest wind both days this weekend.
So this is around when the parade's underway tomorrow.
Tomorrow afternoon, yes. So temperatures will be a bit cooler. I think we'll have a lot of sunshine tomorrow if you're headed to the parade, but it will be breezy. So something to keep in mind. Maybe bring your hat tomorrow. I'll probably be wearing a hat for the parade tomorrow just because I'll be outside for a longer period of time. But overall, the weekend is looking pretty good. So again, those wind advisories in effect until 4 o'clock today, this afternoon for Eastern Pennsylvania, the area shaded in tan. Still windy in central Pennsylvania. Those just expired earlier this morning. Again, our biggest concerns would be highest elevations, Poconos farthest east. Thanks to those, I think, over 50 mile an hour peak wind gusts. And we're also seeing some of that light snow shower activity. So it's a northwest flow, some flakes, some very light snow showers, not amounting to anything.
We actually had a dusting at our house this morning. Everything was white when I woke up.
Yes. So not out of the question now for a little bit longer. Otherwise, a mix of clouds and sun throughout the day today. So overall, a quiet day today. Tonight, a quick moving system does move in. So there could be just a few very light snow showers. Once again, maybe a coating, a dusting. Not really amounting to anything more than that. I think it happens after midnight, but then first thing tomorrow morning, still a few flakes around. So 5, 6, 7 a.m. tomorrow, still a couple of light snow showers around. The parade's not until a little bit later in the morning. I think by 11, noon, we'll have sunshine, but if you're heading before then, earlier than that, just something to keep in mind. But there's 2, 3 o'clock tomorrow afternoon, sunshine, and from there.
So at least that sun will help.
Yes, from there it's dry really for quite an extended period of time. So there is your weekend forecast. Again, clouds, and some flakes around for Saturday morning, but increasing sun, breezy, 38. That's a bit on the cooler side, but the good news is that's the coolest day we'll have now for quite some time. So unfortunately happens for the Scranton Parade. The Wilkes-Barre Parade on Sunday looking a little bit better. A mix of sun and clouds, a little bit warmer, still a bit breezy, 46. That's seasonal. And then that 7 p.m. sunset Sunday night. So it's going, I feel like daylight saving time beginning, that's like kind of the first sign of spring. And then spring,
you have a lot more for us.
Yes, spring is here beyond that. So 30 Saturday, 40 Sunday, 50s on Monday, mostly sunny on Monday, mostly sunny again on Tuesday. I think we get into the low 60s on Tuesday. So there's a couple of chances to hit 60 next week, especially in warmest spots. If we hit 60, that would be the first time since December. If we get above 60, 61, 62 is our forecast high. That would be the first time since mid-November. I think November 11th is the first time we hit 60, that we got above 60. It was 61 that day. So it's been quite some time.
It
but
has.
Not only is it here, I think it's here to stay.
Wow.
Yeah, probably not for good.
Well, of course not.
But through the middle and second half of the week, I think even into the start of next weekend too. So above average, there's our average high again, 44. 4 is the average high for this time of year. So not only that, but quiet weather. So that uptick there on Saturday, that's for, again, just the overnight hours tonight into early tomorrow morning. Sunday, I think a mix of sun and clouds, but lots of sunshine.
And that's a big difference because we did get in the upper or mid 50s this week, but it was pouring.
Yes.
So that wasn't
not talking anything like that yet. No big storms or anything. Really the big story is the wind for today. Still a bit breezy this weekend. The time change, and then the spring-like, sunny, warm stretch of weather. There's your 7-day forecast.
I really think one of my favorite things about living in Pennsylvania are these days in March, when you've waited so long for a sunny 60-degree day, and everyone's just in such a good mood, and you have to go through the bad to love this.
You appreciate it so much more. I was actually thinking, like, how many nice weather stories are we going to do next week? I'm going to go to Rita's probably.
Car wash lines are going to be so long. People walking everywhere, grills on, shorts and t-shirts will be a guarantee from some people.
Absolutely. It's funny. I was in Florida last weekend, and I mean, the mornings were chilly, but not cold. They felt good. And the locals all had zip-ups on to walk in the morning. We all had shorts on.
In Florida? They'd be bundled up on a day like this.
Absolutely.
And we'll be in shorts and t-shirts around here.
Yeah,
we
cannot wait.
We'll get there.
Yes, we will.
Have a good weekend.